I see you. Um, Everything that we talk about when it comes to the understanding of oneself in a real way, to understanding the mind and observing yourself and questioning yourself, right? It's all going to show what you know during real times of struggle, right? Times of struggle will reveal who you really are. Times of adversity, setbacks, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling you're being pulled in multiple directions, when you're feeling like there's too much going on, when you feel like, you was headed towards a certain direction and then you just got thrown off, right, towards a different direction. When you feel like things are pulling you psychologically in so many different places, right? You're feeling like, hey, you want to go this direction, but there's some adjustments you have to make. There's tough decisions you have to make. Things don't go your way. All of this applies. Everything that we talk about, understanding yourself and learning about yourself, all of this comes down to that moment, right? Those little moments, when those decisions have to be made, those moments of adversity, those little moments that nobody sees. Very few people see, right? Very few people see because this is the behind the scenes moves. This is what's going on behind the scenes when no one's watching. This is what's going on when you're going through the work and your mentality through the struggle and what you call struggle to begin with, right? This is when everything applies. Now, for most people they think that this is separated from that. Right? They think that it's different from that. It's like, okay, what I do for myself, what I learn and grow and read books and listen to podcasts and go on these lives. And, that's for me to feel good for the moment. That's for me to feel good to start the day with, give me some sort of inspiration to start the day for the moment. But this is not just a moment thing, fam. This is a way of life. The understanding of yourself is a way of life. And if you can observe yourself and in that very exact moment where decisions need to be made, you see it, right? You see it. In that very moment when you feel like things are tough and you're tired and there's moves you got to make and you're like, it feels like it's too much. That very moment, this is when the understanding of oneself comes into play. It's not about feeling good for the moment. It's not about just being on these lives or doing these things on your own time and say, hey, I read books, or hey, I take notes. Hey, I journal just to feel good. And hey, I'll just no, it's not just about that, fam. It's not just about that. It's about those times where you have to show up, right? It's about those times where real decisions have to be made. And I'm saying this to drill it in your head, because if you can understand that, you'll pay attention to your life moment to moment to moment, right? It's about moment to moment awareness, total awareness, which is moment to moment awareness, moment to moment awareness. Not, hey, my morning routine, my night routine, my, when I feel like listening to something only when it's convenient. Think about this. People only listen to things out of boredom, only when it's convenient, only when it's easy, only when it's hey, let's just do something with our spare time. And then it's like it's separated from, there's no actual transformation. It's like the people view it in a separate way, right? It's like, I'm only doing this to feel good. I'm only listening to feel good. I'm only observing to feel good. I'm only tuning in just to hear something. And if I don't like it, I'm out, right? But when it comes to moment awareness, what are we doing? Moment to moment clarity, what are we doing? What are we doing to ourselves, right? Is this a way of life, and do we want it to be a way of life? Oh, this is interesting, fam. Do we want the understanding of oneself? Do we want clarity and awareness? Do we want to be aware of the truth? Do we want to do this as a way of life? Or do we want the conflict? Do we want the conflict? Do we want to show up sometimes? Do we want to listen with resistance? Right? Do we want to listen with resistance? Do we want to listen where we're like, I agree, I disagree, or maybe not so, maybe yes and no, maybe so? Or are we observant? Are we aware? Are we clear? Like, these are things we got to think about, because most people, for the most part, don't want to have that as a way of life, because if it is a way of life, what happens? Total transformation happens. With moment to moment awareness, fam, total transformation happens. And with total transformation is a completely different direction where your life is going. You look at your life right now, where it is, the moment you become aware of the moves you've been making up to this point, the moment you start to see what you're actually doing is the moment that you break the illusions, right? You break away from the things that you thought it was or what you hope it to be, and the things that you've built up to this point, you start creating something new for yourself. You start moving towards a different direction because you now see that the moves you've been making with a lost mind, with a confused mind, is causing you conflict. And the moment that you don't want to make those tough decisions, the moment that you don't want to create something new, the moment that you don't want to put something to an end, is the moment that you choose to no longer be interested. You ignore yourself. You ignore it. You run away from it, right? You act like, oh, no, I don't want, I only show up when it's convenient. I only listen when it's convenient. I only tune into myself when it's convenient, right? I only journal when I'm stressed for the moment, not to understand myself. I only read to feel good. I only listen to podcasts to feel good, watch videos to feel good, but to make total, like a real change. This is a way of life, and that's something that we can't teach, right? We can't teach that. We can't teach true transformation. You can't teach that. You can't teach that. You can't. You can't teach passion. Family, you can't teach passion. You cannot teach passion. That is something you can't teach. And when you're passionate, when you're interested, when you want to understand, why am I in this position that I'm in? Why do I feel like I'm psychologically pulled in multiple directions? Why do I constantly feel just like sluggish, lost, confused? When you want to understand, it becomes a way of life. It becomes a way of life. Moment to moment to moment to moment awareness. But when you're not interested, what happens? What happens? What happens? I know the difference. I know the difference. Where I feel like life is already predetermined. Where I feel like, you know what? I'm going to sit back and I'm like, man, you know what? This is just the way things are. This is just what happened. This is just what the circumstances that I was born into, and this is the situation that I'm in, and this is just the way it is. This is who I am, Anthony. This is who I am, and this is too much to dive into. It's a lot. And I remember those times where I used to think that way, right? I used to see it like that. I know the difference. All right, I'm reading, I'm doing my little routines, and I'm doing, I'm tuning in, I'm listening to stuff, but I'm not really, really, really listening. Because I judge the truth. I would judge the truth. And most people judge the truth. What is the truth? The actual results of the moves they've been making. They see themselves in the mirror and say, damn, they feel bad about where they are, instead of looking at the facts of where they are and allowing that to inspire them into action. I remember being afraid to look at my bank account because I didn't want to see the negatives in there, right? It's like, I used to be like, oh shit, okay. Like I would be like, okay, I don't want to look at my bank account because it was negative. Instead of looking at the bank account and saying, okay, what moves do I need to make? What do I need to do? This is the truth. This is the fact. But I would feel bad about the fact. I will feel bad about the truth. I would look at myself and I'm like, okay, why am I so skinny fat, right? My arms are very skinny, very thin, and then my stomach is all fat, right? And I'm looking at myself, why am I skinny fat? Like, first of all, not because I have to look like in a certain way. Not because I don't feel sexy or, no. This is just not healthy, right? Because the foods I'm eating, I'm sluggish. I'm just laying back and doing nothing, right? But I didn't want to see that, because if I saw that, I would judge the facts. So then, feeling bad about the truth, feeling bad about the facts means I don't have a strong relationship with the facts. I'm not like this with the truth. I don't have a strong relationship with the truth. And because of that, I don't want to see myself. So I only show up when it's convenient. I only show up and I will see myself. I will say, okay, I will move a little bit of hesitation, because if I were to read something that revealed myself If I would happen to scroll on social media to reveal and something I see that reveals my current situation, if I were to watch a video that reveals my situation, I will instantly get off that video. I didn't want to see it. I know the difference, but I will go at my own pace. I will show up at my own pace. I will listen and observe at my own pace. I will listen with one foot in, make sure nothing offends me, and then I get out, right? Because of my perception and my relationship with the truth, right? My relationship with what is. I didn't have a strong relationship with that, which means because my relationship with the truth is not solid, because my relationship with the truth was not solid, I will ignore myself. I will ignore who I actually was. I will ignore the moves. I will be blinded to the moves I've been making up to this point in hopes that my situation changes on its own. I hope my situation changes on its own, right? I will look for the best escape to my problem, not the solution, because the solution will offend me. The solution will make me feel a certain way. I will feel bad about the solution. So because of that, I have no interest in the solution. So I will only show up when it's convenient. I will only do what's easy. I will look around and say, oh, that's the harsh truth. That's the cold, hard truth. When there is no cold, hard truth. There is no harsh truth. The truth is the truth, and then there's your perspective. There's your perspective on it, right? So if you don't have a strong relationship with the truth, then you can't understand yourself. You're not interested in understanding yourself, right? So you're just living life blinded. You're blinding yourself, seeing only what you want to see just to feel good. And everything changed for me when I recognized that I was the problem and I was the solution to this problem. In a real way, there was a moment where I got serious, where everything is collapsing. It just got to a point that I cannot be this way anymore, right? I can't ignore the numbers in my bank account anymore. I can't ignore, let me not look in the mirror and not see myself. I can no longer ignore myself anymore. I can no longer not see how this relationship is causing me more pain. I can no longer see how this environment, I can no longer ignore the environment anymore. I can no longer ignore the I see it clearly now, right? And that moment when I saw everything clear, when I saw the details of the situation I was in, the details, the fucking details, the details of the situation. Like, wow, look at all this. Look at me. Look at all this. Look at the situation. Look how trash this place looks. Look at how I look. I look fucked up. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the details of the moves. Like, look at what I've done. Look at my bank account. I used to have my bank account on point. Negative $800. I remember that. Negative that. Like, yo, I ain't doing shit. I'm losing. Okay, I'm looking at this. I'm like, all right, I'm losing. I am losing. Why? Because I'm doing what's unhealthy for me. I've been ignoring the facts about myself. Right? And in that moment, when I became aware of the details of the moves, everything changed. Everything changed. Everything changed. I saw that I've been carrying a shovel the entire time. Think about what I just said. I saw that I've been carrying a shovel the entire time, digging myself a hole so fucking deep. Every time I'm ignoring the truth. Every time I choose to not see myself. Every time I choose to not show up. Every time to only show up when it's convenient. When I'm ignoring myself, I'm digging a hole so deep. Yes, I'm speaking about past situations. Yes, I'm speaking about my past situations, right? And I speak about it in first person so you can follow this process with me, right? I'm speaking as if it's now because I want you to follow this process with me, right? It's like I was digging myself so deep. And the moment that I saw myself, that I was stuck at that moment. The moment I saw that I was a problem and I was a solution. The moment I saw that I've been ignoring the facts about myself. The moment that I saw it, that awareness created a different perspective. My relationship with the truth was started to become more solid and solid and solid. I started to break away from my opinions. I started to break away from all of my beliefs. I started to break away of what I wanted to see and actually focused on what is. The fact about my situation. I wanted to know what was true. Is it fact or not that I am doing what's most unhealthy for my body and mind? The answer was yes. Is it fact that I put myself in this situation because of what I prioritize here? The answer is yes. And because of that, there was no more conflict. Because of that, there was no more psychological division, right? I wasn't saying, I wish it was like this, or one day. It wasn't one day anymore. It was day one. And it was like, okay, let's do what I know I need to do, right? And not because I need to do it for what anybody else tells me to do. Is I need to do this because I know what I need to do, right? And that's why when I'm on these lives, I say this is moment to moment awareness. This is not just feel good for the moment and then go about your life, right? This is not just ignore the truth about yourself. This is not just, oh, you're so cold-hearted truth and harsh truth. It's like there is none of that. The truth is the truth, and then there's your perspective on the truth. And if you can see that for yourself, for you, like look at your life in a real way, all areas. Look at it. Don't avoid it. Don't ignore it. Look at it in a real way. The details. Look at your environment right now. Look around. Look at the floor. Look at the walls. Look at the environment that you're in. The conversations that you're having. Look at yourself butt-ass naked in the mirror. Like, look, this is what I am. This is who I am, right? Don't judge it. Don't feel bad about it. Don't say it's great or don't say it's bad. Don't say, just look at it. What is the facts of the situation? Open up that bank account and look at what is going on here, right? Look at your relationships and really question it. Look at it. Oh, this is the person I chose to build an entire life with for the rest of my life. I chose to build a life with this human being for the rest of my life. These are the conversations I'm having. This is who I consider my best friend, who I talk to every single day. This is what I do for work, and this is the value that I give to other people. This is what I do for, like, all of these things. If we can look at it, not judge it, not feel bad about it, not say this is, no. Just look at it. And then you start to see where you are. And that moment where you see, holy shit, I am the problem and I am the solution to this problem, everything changes. Your relationship with the truth needs to be on point. You can't keep getting offended when you know there's things that you need to address. You can't keep getting offended because you can't keep feeling bad. Because if you're doing that, then you're ignoring yourself. You're ignoring it. You're not seeing yourself for who you actually are. You're seeing yourself based on what you wish it was and what you hope it to be. And most people live life wishing things would be a certain way. Most people live life hoping things would be a certain way. Most people live life saying, this is my way and how I see things. And then they go through life looking to influence the world to see it the way they see it, right? No, I see it like this. That's wrong. No, I don't want to see that because that's what I think is the harsh truth. No, it's like, what is the truth? What is the facts? What is the facts? If we can focus on what is, everything changes. You have no idea the moment you become aware of yourself for who you actually are. Your entire existence change. Because now there's no longer an excuse. Now there's no longer it's not my fault. Now there's no longer, I'm not doing this, there's no longer an excuse. I am in the situation I'm in for a reason. We're all in the situation we're in for a reason, fam. We're in this situation for a reason. And how we respond to what happens will determine what happens next. You guys feeling this morning? Give me some fire emojis if you're feeling this morning. How you guys feeling this? Give me some fire emojis. You know me, I'm always asking for the fire emojis. So I want to see who's on here and who's loving this morning. Love it. I love it. Give me some more fire emojis, fam. Love to see you guys on here. Let me see. What else? Who else is on here? Man. The moment we start taking responsibility of our life, everything changes. The moment we take responsibility over our lives and we take control, we move with intention, everything changes, yo. Everything changes. You stop getting offended. You stop feeling bad. You stop, getting all emotional about the truth. Like, the truth is the truth. Like, let's embrace it. Let's not wish things go our way. And here's what I mean by that. I wish things would go my way. It's like, okay, we have a direction where we want to go. We have an intention what we want to do. But let's not be so attached to our illusions. Let's look at it like, yo, whatever it is that happens, I have control how I respond. Yes, I want to head towards this direction. Yes, I want to go down this path. Yes, I want to do this. But whatever comes my way, I need to look at it for a second, observe it, embrace it, and make an adjustment. And that's it. Right? And this doesn't mean be emotionless and be stoic and be nothing bothers me. No, there's going to be times that you're breaking through your psychological conditioning, breaking through on years and years and years of deep level of conditioning, right? There is a lot of sadness that comes from the ending of an illusion. A lot of sadness comes from the ending of an illusion. What does this mean? What I thought it was, what I thought my belief was, what I thought my way of being was, what I thought my situation was, what I thought was going to be forever, what I thought my situation was this. When it does not come to be true, when it's not true, when it ends, when the illusion ends, there is sadness. And a lot of times seeing the truth for yourself or where you are can bring a lot of sadness. Because you've been conditioned you've been thinking a certain way, you've been moving a certain way, you've been living a certain way. And then the moment you see, I've been going down this direction. I've been living with a shovel, digging myself deeper into a psychological hole. I've been digging myself into a deeper position where it feels like when you look up, it's almost impossible to get out of. Based on my decisions, based on what I prioritize, based on how I move, how I view myself, how I view the world. The moment you see the facts that you've been digging a hole for yourself, there's going to be sadness. But that is the moment that everything changes. And I say there's going to be sadness if you've been heavily conditioned to think a certain way. And then when you finally see it, there's a moment of gratitude. At the same time, it's like, dang, like I put myself in this position. It hits you. And that's when people say the cold, hard truth, right? People say the harsh facts. But it's a beautiful thing to see it. It's a beautiful thing. The most beautiful thing in the world is knowing that you put yourself in this situation that you're in. The most beautiful thing in the world, the most beautiful, the most sexiest thing to ever see is the fact that you put yourself in the position that you are currently in. Why is that the most beautiful thing? Because it means if you put yourself in this position, you have the ability to adapt and adjust and create something new. You are the problem and you are the solution. And because of that moment right there, everything changes. Everything changes. Nothing surprises you. Nothing bothers you when you have a strong relationship with the truth. When you see what is. When what is just what is. Oh shit, this is the result. Okay, let's go. Let's make an adjustment. Right? The sooner that we can see that, the sooner that we can understand ourselves and not be so attached. This is how I see things. That gives me a way of being and a way of living. This is how I want to see it. No. Can I see what is? Can I see what it is? Not what I wish it was and hope it to be. Does this make any sense, fam? Give me some heart emojis if you're loving this right now. Give me some heart emojis. Give me some heart emojis if you're loving this right now. I want to see who's on here. Everybody who's on here watching this right now, I want to see some heart emojis. Also, fam, go check out the link in my bio to sign up for my Patreon, to sign up for my daily awareness journal. Sign up. If you're on here, you're loving this right now, sign up for my daily awareness journal. There's things I get people to think about on the day to day. Give me some hearts, fam. Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts. Give me some all love. That's a WWE belt I got back in 2004. 100%. Are you saving this live? Yes, I will. I will save this live. I will put up yesterday's live and today's live. I will do that. I will put it up on my YouTube channel. There's times, fam, that I post up my video and it uploads private and people ask me, yo, what's up? What's going on? Like, you didn't post a video. And I'm like, I did post a video. Go check it. And it just posted up private. I'm like, I got to go back and just make it public. All right, fam. Yo, listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys for real. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday. Have a great moment to moment. More importantly, a moment to moment. Great moment to moment to moment. Love you guys. The link, as far as my YouTube goes, hold on before I let you guys go. My YouTube, go on my page right here. Let me show you. How you turn this around? Look, fam, on my page, you can see, you can buy my Liquid Truth coffee. You can see Q&As, YouTube channel, podcast. Sign up for my Patreon, fam. Sign up for my daily awareness journal, fam. Sign up for that. Trust me where I tell you, every single day getting daily awareness, daily inspiration, daily facts. Go check that out. Go on my YouTube channel. All right, fam. I could stay here forever, honestly. I got to go. Appreciate you. Love you guys, yo. Have a great one. Take care. Peace.